So I remote viewed Jim Carrey. Now, we're going to get into it. It's pretty intense. About a man that I think was so loved by so many individuals, good old Jim Carrey. And, you know, one of my favorite movies of all time is The Truman Show. And I highly recommend, if you haven't watched it, please go watch it for the sake of Jim Carrey. And on top of that, my second favorite movie is called The Congress. Highly recommend, you guys. The Congress was made a long time ago. And it is coming to life. It is coming true right now. It's pretty wild, right? Okay, so I remote viewed Jim Carrey. Now, we're gonna get into it. It's pretty intense. There's some really touching and surprising part. Anyway, so when I remote viewed Jim Carrey, I did not go to a body. Okay, surprise, surprise. I went to the afterlife, I guess you could call it. And there he was as a soul. I asked him if he would be interested in talking to me about everything that happened, and he said that he would. This is exactly what happened with Charlie Kirk and Erica Kirk. Surprise, surprise, both of their souls were on the other side, okay? And so they did take him out, basically. And what he goes into is fascinating. So I had right off the bat, this is what he said right away. He said, "They came for me, I knew they would." He said, "I stopped playing their game a long time ago." This is interesting. And let's talk about this for a second. "I think they kept me around because I was a valuable asset," which is an interesting way to put it, "but also with specific talent that they couldn't replace." Just let that sink in. Jim Carrey did sign contracts. I don't think that so I just kind of saw his life a little bit. He signed contracts with this sort of shadowy government organization a long time ago. I know it's disappointing to hear, but also if you take a look at his fame and influence, it's not super surprising. Also, if you look at him speaking out against the Illuminati, not surprising. He knew exactly who they were and what they were doing because he was at some point or another a part of it, right? So he did sign contracts when he was quite young. He did rise to fame. He was extremely talented. He was talking about how they prey on individuals who are basically young and innocent and talented, like he was. And then he didn't realize what he really got into until they started to ask him to be a part of these like rituals and like groups, right? Like, I don't know what to call them, like meetings or whatever, right? And then later in his life, right, he started to really call them out, and then he went underground for a long time. One of the things that I've seen him say, right, just like kind of reading up on some articles and stuff, he said a long time ago, he said, "I'm going into retirement. If you see me in the public eye again, it's not me." Mask, is it an actor? I'm so sorry. Is it an actor? Is it a clone? I did verify that it was a clone and that they have been planning this for quite some time. So they were initiating or programming the clone for quite some time, at least 6 months before this award ceremony. This award ceremony was supposed to be the like coming out of the clone, right? And like and they were kind of thinking that if a whole room of celebrities could accept Jim Carrey for what he looked like or whatever, like if he could pass in this award ceremony, and of course they didn't bring him to the Grammys, or they brought him to France, and they thought no one would really talk about it in the States. If he could be accepted by, you know, this room full of people, then maybe he could be accepted by the world, right? And I can't believe that they just fudged up so badly. So that was that. So definitely a clone. It wasn't a mask. It was not an actor. It was just a really bad sort of copy is what I see. And Jim Carrey had 3 clones. So there's like 2 that are like still in like a stasis or whatever. I don't know what it is. You know, that's what he said. I said, final thoughts. And this was fascinating. He said, if in my death and replacement, people begin to question the narrative, then it was all worth it for me. I think that's pretty profound. If in my death and replacement, people begin to question the narrative, then it was all worth it for me. He also said, it might just be one of I laughed at this. He said, it might just be one of the greatest fuck you moments of my career. It's the fact that they tried to kill him off and replace him, and they couldn't. And then he said, okay, last thing. It's not about chasing fame or fortune. It's about what's in here, and he pointed to his heart. And as long as you have a good heart, everything will work out for you in the end. All right, guys.